Hello, my name is Ilona and today is Tuesday, October 31st, 2023, and I just finished my live, my Dutch live, and I have tracked down a few of my readings that I did in my Dutch live, and I just going to quickly answer them. So I'm going to tell you what the question was and of course the cards I've got and how I see that, what my point of view is. And there were a lot. First of all, I wanted to start with Matthew Perry. Of course, he died. He's from France, an actor, and there are a lot of things going on. The first thing I saw, of course, that he's gotten the stinks, but there's also connections, of course, with the dark side of Hollywood, what's going on. So the cards I've got, and I thought, well, it was very interesting. First of all was the Two of Swords, so a choice had to be made. I've got the Three of Swords, a lot of old pain and secrets. The High Priestess. So these are the three cards I've got. I got an extra card, the Tower. And I got another extra card, which means going your own way. So I'll just leave it open, whether he is still alive or not. I just leave that open to how you feel about that. But this is like going your own way, opening up things. Things come crashing down, falling down. So I think more things are going to, come out, more scandals, more secrets concerning this and what's going on now. It's a very strange situation right now that they can't really detect how he died. There's going to be an investigation. I have a feeling that this is going to open up things. Secrets will be coming out, probably connected to the dark side of Hollywood, and things will come crashing down. And of course, like I said, interpret how you want that this is going your own way, following your own path. So this was the card reading I got about Matthew Perry. There was also another card, I think this one belonged there. This was about the ending of a certain contract of the country of Israel. Apparently it's ending today, and someone asked about that energy. What is the energy concerning Israel and the ending of that? First card I got was very interesting. The King of Wands. Usually for me is like white hat influences. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, again going your own way, and the Two of Pentacles. So I think there's going to be some bumps in the road, so to speak, but the Israel and the energy there is going their own way. So I do believe that the contract has ended. Think there's some white hat influences in there, but of course depending on what your perspective is, of course always see if it resonates with you or not. Very interestingly, so I think that they'll be going their own way. It's going to be like a completely different energy coming in, but it still needs to find its flow. It still needs to find, it's going to be, it's not going to be very easy, especially with what's going on right now there, but I do believe that the contract has ended. So this is going to be very interesting what's going to happen next. So we'll have to wait and see. The other questions I answered, I just wrote it down, so I have a little bit, I just picked a few of them, which are interesting, of course, for the more international public. So there were some specific questions asked about certain Dutch politicians and things like that. And it wasn't really something on a broader scale. So otherwise I would have probably, also mentioned in this video. The third question I have here, the third card reading, is about Brussels, the energy there. Someone asked me more about the European Union, the organizations in Brussels. What's going on there? Well, this is a very clear card, death. It's falling apart. It's falling completely apart. Hanged Man, it's standing still. They'll still try to do some certain things from there, but it's ending. The organizations there are ending. All that it's placed there, I think, is ending. I think we're really watching the collapse of the old, and this is part of it. So the energy in Brussels is ending. It's like the ending energy, which means that there will be new beginnings coming, but the old has to go first. So this is very interesting to me. That's the energy of the card reading I've got. In these lives, I do like 3 cards. I look very quickly at the energy, and then of course I mentioned what I'm sensing, what I'm feeling. So it's different than a video. Sometimes I do bigger readings. Of course, with Matthew Perry, I pulled extra cards just to clarify things. So these are more just quick looking at the energy and what I'm sensing at that moment in time. With, of course, the question and concerning the question. Now I have 3 countries I looked at. So that could be interesting. Spain, France, and Denmark. And first I want to start with Spain. So this is the energy of Spain I looked at. And this is very interesting. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Magician, and we have the Queen of Cups. So to me it felt in Spain, old things, old karma is coming up, and it now can be transformed. The Magician means that the people in Spain have the power to transform it, to deal with it, to manifest different things, different outcomes. And especially with the Queen of Cups, I have a feeling that there is a way more connection happening amongst the Spanish people. There's more connection with themselves, with their intuition. I think that is needed to get away from these old, these old loops that they're in, and that they're stepping out of it and really stepping into their power. So a change is happening in Spain, and I think that is very important, that people are moving and in a different, that they are moving away from the old. Now I have these smaller cards, but I'm not even sure if I've got the bigger cards, because that would be easier for you to see. And I've got these small cards because I've used this one already, but let's see if I can get the bigger cards with this as well. Let's see. Hopefully, I'm sorry. I'm still trying to work this out because this is the first time I'm doing it this way. So I just finished my live and I thought I'm going to make this video immediately, you know, because the thing is still in my head about the readings and what came up. And of course, the things I want to see, I can't find. Oh, it's over here. I see this card, and then we have this card. Let's see if we can, this one. These are the bigger cards. It's easier for you to see. So I'm now exchanging them. But I already used them, so I had to use the smaller ones. Let's see if I still need those ones. I don't think I have the... I'll need to find the bigger ones for this. I've got the smaller ones here, but I haven't used any of these cards yet. So not sure why I draw the smaller ones to represent them. So let's see if I can find them. Then I will get into the countries. So especially when you're looking for them, they never pop up. Oh, come on. Oh, here it is. This one, and I need one more. Let's see if... I already used that one. Yes. So, finally. We're getting somewhere. I'm still trying to figure this one out, so please bear with me. Let's see. So I've got the cards for Spain. That's of course the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, and the Queen of Cups. That was for Spain. So let's put that one aside. Now we have France. And I think I pulled an extra card for France. That was interesting. So I've got the the Knight of Cups for France. The 3 of Pentacles. We've got the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. So again, also France is moving away from what's happening now. I don't think Macron is going to stay very long. Something's being offered. They're working very hard to get through these old pains. So I do think that he's not going to last very long. This is moving towards independence. So the people in France are moving away from it. You don't hear anything about it anymore. There were so many things happening there, social, civil unrest and things like that. But it's like it's almost stopped. I don't think it has stopped, but we just don't hear about it anymore. But things are still in a way going on there. And I think that they are moving away. They are becoming independent. So France is moving away from this old pain, and people are working towards that. They're more communicating with each other, and something will be offered. So I don't think that Macron is going to remain there for very long in that position. So that's the feeling I'm getting. Denmark is also a very interesting energy, we have the Ace of Swords, we've got the Tower, and we have the Knight of Wands. So again, in Denmark, things are falling apart and it's necessary to get the truth out. A new beginning is being prepared, a truthful beginning. So truth can come out. People can speak their minds. People can say what they want to say. So I think in Denmark, it's also done under the influence of the Whiteheads. They are really making sure things are falling apart. It's necessary to create something new. The old has to go. The old has to fall. And that's the Tower. And it can be shocking. A lot of people are, of course, not prepared for that, not understanding what is fully happening. But more and more truth is being spoken. It opens up opportunities to the truth coming out, communication that has to do with the Ace of Swords. Swords is communication, speaking truth, being assertive. And I think in Denmark it's very important that people start speaking their mind and have the possibility and the opportunity to speak their mind. So things are changing in Denmark. Very interesting to see. And the Whiteheads are, how you say this, more and more influences are coming in Denmark. So that's what I got for Denmark. And the last I want to talk about card reading I did, which was very interesting, was something's going to happen with Mr. P. So is he going to leave the Earth plane very soon? I didn't get that feeling right away. And of course, I'll leave it just in, feel for yourself whether he's already been replaced or not. And there have been replacements. Let's just say he looks very different from what he was used to look like. So I'll just leave that open, so to speak. But the feeling I'm getting is they're working very hard to keep him separate, to keep him isolated, to keep him protected. So I do think they've tried to get to Mr. P, to, take care of him and make him leave the Earth plane, the Hanged Man. They've tried, but they never got to him because they're really working very hard to keep him safe, to keep him isolated. So that's what's going on with Mr. P. So I don't think something's going to happen on a very short time period with Mr. P. Maybe we'll hear something that they've tried again, something, but I don't think it's going to work. I think he still has a role to play. That's why he's being so protected. That's why they're working hard to keep him protected, because he has to play that role. And that's why, certain energies trying to get to him to make sure he can't play that part anymore. But I think he's protected. I don't see anything happening on in the short term that something's going to come out of that. So I don't think we have to worry about that. Those are some of the questions. Of course, I've answered more questions, but these were the questions that could be interesting for people outside of the Netherlands. I'll have to see how this works. Let me know if you, appreciate this or not, or you're like, well, we're not that interested. I don't know, of course. So just let me know. And then, of course, if I have another live, I will try to get some questions and then translate it in English and do a recap that way. So hope to see you in another video. Bye.